Let's go, it's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Nice work, Ironhide. Perceptor, how goes the city shutdown procedures?
In War for Cybertron, we were on the very last battles of Cybertron, and it didn't really turn out well for our heroes, the Autobots. Now, the Fall of Cybertron is here, and the Autobots have to escape with whatever they have left, which really isn't much. The campaign is split between the Autobots and the Decepticons, and you have to see how you can escape, plans failing, new enemies rising, and most of all, the feeling of death and loss and just really depressing but yet explosive action all at once.
Pride. I, Starscream, am your leader now.
You know the fate of our heroes and of our villains, and eventually you're gonna leave Cybertron and get away, but at what cost? It's easy to know an ending, but it's important to experience the journey to that ending. Fall of Cybertron puts you in the fight for the very last few days before our villains and heroes depart Cybertron, or at least our heroes. It's depressing, explosive, a bit scary, and most of all, it's exciting. We know not everyone will make it, but this is High Moon's game, so we gotta find out who does make it and who doesn't.
Left to last a megacycle. We need to find more Energon, and quickly. I have a hunch Grimlock may know where to start.
Grimlock? He deserted us.
The voice acting is top notch, though the regular bots seem to have this repetitive voice actor going on. It's a very minor complaint, but honestly, I just had to just throw that in there. Very small complaint though, because the script is solid, the story is interesting, the action set pieces that connect the story are really well made, and most of all, pacing. It's perfect. It feels like we are on the very, very, very last days of Cybertron. It's very, very kind of limited and kind of makes you nervous, and it never drags. If anything, it goes so fast that you want to probably replay it again just to get the story down because it's so freaking exciting. All in all, the battle for Cybertron was fun, but this one easily tops it. Depressing at times, but always exciting. The Fall of Cybertron is a treat to any Transformers fan out there who wants to see the final days of Cybertron presented in a video game. Honestly, graphic-wise, the game looks stunning. Not that the first one looked bad, but this one looks even better. Sure. You complain about some stiff animations here and there, or clipping, or some stupid shit that nobody really cares about, in all honesty, but the world of Cybertron is a blast to look at, especially in the state it is now, which is destruction all around. It looks amazing, if not depressing. The amount of action on screen has doubled, if not tripled. Huge robots, I'm talking about Godzilla times 10 on the fucking screen tearing shit up. Amazing amount of effects and explosions and buildings falling and shit just falling apart. It's just insane. And the set pieces, oh my god, they look great. And overall, there is some really slick animation, especially in the kind of cutscene slash gameplay sections where he's flipping over robots and shit. It's just a pleasure to look at. Character models are near perfect, and I really can't find any faults with this title and the graphics. Come on, it looks awesome for a Transformers fan. If you see my review for War for Cybertron, you'll notice that I didn't really have too many flaws in the gameplay department. My main ones were there wasn't too many set pieces, making it not feel as epic as it should be on the final days of Cybertron. Also, a cover system I would have loved to see implanted, and I believe I wanted a bit more enemies on screen since it felt like there was maybe 5 or 6 at most in that game. War for Cybertron addresses 2 of those points and makes for a far more enjoyable adventure. The firefights are fun and exciting now, with over 20 robots blasting the shit out of each other. It's standard third-person shooting with some cool abilities from our favorite Transformers. You also can obviously go into vehicle mode and fuck shit up because, well, it's Transformers and that's a given. Picking up different weapons, upgrading them, and using different Transformers throughout the different levels in the campaign definitely makes for an interesting and fun time.
My sensors are jammed. Optics barely working.
Keep moving! We gotta find cover! Through here!
The set pieces are both a pleasure to look at and be a part of. They're just awesome. Gigantic firefights, huge robots fucking shit up, you blasting through doors, you jumping off on cliff to cliff, you sneaking around and running around and punching robots in the face, and I'm like, what is happening? This is awesome. I mean, honestly, the set pieces are just thrown left and right at you, but it's a real treat. Even if you've seen it the first time, you want to see it again. There's still no coverage system, and taking away co-op could be a huge deal to some. Honestly though, co-op, while it was fun, having each stage set for a certain Transformer in this game just makes a lot more sense for the campaign because it's going to be more epic. The levels designed around that Transformers. Sneaking levels where you gotta jump like cliff to cliff. Flying levels, or even going into tank mode with Optimus motherfucking Prime is a blast to play, and each level feels different. And that's something I wanted to see in the last one, and they certainly did really well in this title. The escalation mode, I believe that's how you say it, you pick between 4 different Transformers and work as a team to take out hordes of enemies. It did well in the last game, and in my opinion is just as fun in this game. It's nothing new, but it's actually a ton of fun to actually play. Kill more baddies, get points, and collect weapons in open rooms where weapons are hidden, or just open rooms to hide in to be a better fortress. It's just really fun, and it could be really challenging mattering what difficulty you pick. The multiplayer versus is back as well, and that to me is a ton of fun. I already dug a couple of hours into this, and I'm just enjoying the shit out of it as much as I like the first one. I'll come back for more. A person like myself who spent months playing the last one, War for Cybertron, I know I'm going to love the shit out of Fall for Cybertron's multiplayer. 4 different classes, bunch of unlockables, and a bunch of people online that I could beat their ass with my robot. And yeah, baby, 11-1. I'm just saying. Second match, 11-1. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So what is bad in Transformers? Honestly, I can't really think of much. Transformers is one of the finest licensed games I've ever seen. It's up there with Batman and Wolverine. You know, it's just a really, really, really well-made fucking game. As I write my enjoyment section, I really am trying to think really hard where's the cons in this game, because there always is. The story coming to an end, I guess, but there's gonna be more, and you definitely want more when it ends. I guess if I really want to be a bitch, I can mention the clipping or no co-op or some really cheap enemies at certain parts in the game, but that's just me like reaching, because honestly none of those things really affected me much. The campaign ranges from 6 to 8 hours, mattering what level of difficulty you play on. Tons of content with multiplayer mode, it'll make you come back again and again. The engaging campaign is not only solid, but one of the most enjoyable campaigns I played this generation. The combat is both smooth and fun, the multiplayer is both rewarding and engaging, the escalation mode is both challenging and a blast to play. So honestly, this is one of the best games I've gotten a chance to play this year. And I'm going to reward Fall of Cybertron an amazing score of 9.5. Yeah, you didn't see that one coming. You know why? Because, well, we know the outcome. We know the Autobots will fall. But we will fight. We will never surrender. We will fall, but we shall stand tall once again. We might lose this war, and we might be the weaker force in this war, but we will be born to fight another day. This is Whitey here telling you, go out and fight for Cybertron. Never quit, never surrender. Autobots, roll out.
Stop running, you fools! Stand and fight!
Now just remember to take a moment to like, subscribe, and comment.
Thank you, guys.